Hi everybody, this is Susie and welcome to another Wild Orchid Crafts video on behalf of the Wild Bunch. Very excited to be back again, you guys, to share something special with you today. There is a challenge over at Wild Orchid Crafts in our group, and I've decided to work on that one, and it's using like lace and trims and ribbons and so on. So I put together something really fun. I actually made it for someone, and then again going to be making one for myself because I'm already married, but we are going to be doing a wedding anniversary, and I'm planning it, and it's coming up at the end of this year, so I'm going to share with you now instead of always talking like I do and show you what I put together. This is actually, it's so beautiful in person. I wish I can show it to you all in person. And I hope that it's not taking away, the white background is not taking away from the heart. But I'm going to explain to you what was done here. All of the items used here are from Wild Orchid Crafts, with the exception to some of these little free floating pearls that are on there. And I'm just going to show you. Let me just pull back a little bit here. Okay. I have a Wild Orchid Crafts seam binding that's holding this so that this can be hung on a wall or wherever this person is planning on hanging this. Okay. So sorry for the delay, but I just wanted to show it to you while it's hanging. And what this is made from, I completely constructed the entire thing from scratch, and this was made from double heavy-duty wire. I'll show you the wire here. This is some very heavy wire that my husband had gotten for me. It's kind of hard a little bit to maneuver it by hand. But if you use heavy weighted pliers, you can certainly grasp it and keep twisting it and make it a double wire, so it's very sturdy. And I wrapped it with some white floral wrap, and then after I wrapped it with the floral wrap by shaping the heart out of the wire, I then applied and gathered all of the Wild Orchid Crafts lace that's here. It's a nice lace. It's I'm going to list everything in the drop-down box below for you so that you'll be able to go on over to the site and check it out for yourself. It's I gathered the lace here probably about, I'd say, about an inch wide. Gathered it all around with hot glue all around the edges, and in the center here, sorry about that. In the center, you'll see a free heart that's hanging there. So very pretty, almost like, kind of like a wind chime kind of thing. And this heart is quite large. It's got to be, it's as big as my entire hand. It's got a free heart applique that's hanging in the center, which is also from Wild Orchid Crafts. And I used just some thread on that just to keep it hanging. I thought that was something pretty to break up the air that was inside the heart. And then I have some free floating pearls that I had put all around the heart just to give it a little bit more shine there instead of it, because I didn't want to use cream, so I was going to use, I didn't have any flat backed pearls that were on a strand in white. So I used some white pearls, and then in between I put some of the Wild Orchid Crafts mulberry roses. I have some also the shooting pearls here. They're in the wedding section on their website. And I have a couple of smaller, tiny open roses here and very tiny little wrap roses, just beautiful. And these fabric flowers, I love these. They're so pretty. First time I'm actually using these because I had just gotten these like in my last design team kit. And I put one of these really pretty sparkly little, I'll tell you what these are called. They are called the Mixed Sparkle Rhinestone Embellishments. They come in a package like that. So there are two of each color, so I chose the clear rhinestones for that. And then the piece of seam binding, because I used almost an entire yard on the heart, so the small piece of seam binding that was left, I made a bow out of it, and simply put a piece of Wild Orchid Crafts seam binding, sorry, not the seam binding that was left, a piece of lace that was left over from wrapping around. I made a bow out of it and put in the center a piece of seam binding in white, and then a couple of flowers here at the bottom, these larger twisted roses, and some wild ochre craft seam binding hanging from the bottom that I crinkled myself to make it look kind of vintagey. And I also took some of their wild ochre crafts stranded pearls here in white hanging down. So, boy, I'm trying to get this all in, not to be a really long video. So, yeah, that's it. There you have it, a really pretty wild orchid crafts wired crafted rose. I just wanted to zoom up a little bit now that I told you what I did, and just so that you can kind of get a better look. I posted some photos on my Suzie Crafter fan page on Facebook so that you'll be able to see how they look. You'll also see this on my blog at suziecrafter10.blogspot.com. You can go on my main homepage on YouTube if you don't catch that, and just click on the blogger link that's highlighted on my Suzie Crafter channel. And you can see here, it's really pretty. I've actually made, for children, I've made the halos for weddings, like for the little flower girls, and I used to do that a long time ago, and I used to use handcrafted heavy-weighted wiring for that. It can get very detailed, and they're very beautiful when it's finished, but with that, I also had like to make my own wreaths that way by using the heavy-weighted wiring. So it's something that you might want to try at some point in time. It could be a little annoying in the very beginning, but once it's time to embellish, that's where all the fun comes in, and that's where you have to look at all of your crafts is about having a good time, passing time, having fun, making somebody else happy, making a present for somebody else, and or even having your own little business. You know, someone needs something, they know you're good at what you do, they're going to ask you to make it. And this heart is a very beautiful heart. It's a very, very sturdy wall hanging. And I'll be honest, if it was completely finished, you can see that for this craft, it's completely finished on the other side, as is most of the things that I make. But if it was finished on the other side with the right lace showing, flowers and beading on the other side, you can have this as like a wind chime. I mean, it can certainly, you know, hang anywhere in your craft room, house, bathroom, closet, give as a gift, whatever it may be used, bridal shower, wedding shower, baby shower, you name it. It doesn't have to be a heart. It could be a square, a circle, rectangular, any shape that you like. And if you're crafty enough and you have enough patience, you can even shape it up as a daisy. So, anyway, getting back to this, I hope that you can go on over to the Wild Orchid Crafts website, which is wildorchidcrafts.com, and you'll find that in the drop-down box below, so you can, to get you to the store quicker, so you don't have to type it in. I'll put the link there so you can just click on it. Same with our Facebook page over at Facebook Wild Orchid Crafts, where you will see still photos and links to the videos of the YouTube Wild Orchid Craft page, where you'll see my videos and photos along with other designers for Wild Orchid Crafts, and those links will be there as well to bring you to those other designers' page videos. So, yeah, I hope you like this heart. I really had a good time making it. It was a lot of fun. I recently had done something similar to this. It was half the size of this. It was wire wrapping in a heart shape, but it was completely filled with flowers, which is also another thing that you can do, again, for any occasion. I was going to keep that one, but I wound up giving it to my mom because she loves the color purple, and that was in the purple fuchsia pink theme. So you can go on back to some of my previous videos here on my channel. Those will be on the recent uploads because it was like a month ago. And I'm so excited about this heart because it looks so beautiful. I absolutely love this lace. It's very, very pretty, very faint. And just because it is about an inch or a little over an inch wide doesn't mean you can't do anything with it aside using it for trim. As you can see here, I made a lace bow from it, which you can certainly make these bows, and you can make hair clips from them. I mean, for your little girl, or like one of those bandanas that you push your hair back with in the summer. You can even glue them onto your sandals, which, believe it or not, Suzie has done that. Yes, I have made my own little bows that are similar to this, but a little, probably half the size of that, and glued it onto my flip-flops. I know it sounds crazy, but I've done that, and people see it. I mean, you know, you buy shoes today, there's bows on them, there's flowers on them, roses, rosettes. It's all a big thing on clothing, so just think what you can do with a little bit of lace. So, yeah, and also you can do the same thing with these really pretty flowers. I mean, I just simply glued one of those rhinestone embellishments in the center of this daisy that comes already made for you in a package of, I believe it may be 5. Yes, 5 of them come in a little plastic package like that, and you can just go ahead and you can add any other rhinestone embellishment to the center. I mean, when you get them, they will be in a little plastic bag like that. I just love that rhinestone one in the turquoise. Very pretty, and I'm just going to show you really quick, and I'm going to hold this next to the one that I have here. You can see how pretty that looks. Hoping my finger's not in the way. It's very pretty. I love those. I just had received those also in a previous design team package, and thought I'd like to put those into use with these fabric flowers. Very pretty. And all of the other little roses that are in there are beautiful as well. They're not in a solid white. They might be like an off-white or an ivory, not necessarily cream. And even the applique, the heart in the center, just beautiful. And of course, you know me with the seam binding. I crumbled that up with some water and just crinkled it to the point where it was very wrinkled, and used my heat gun on it, and there I was. I had my own homemade vintage seam binding. So I hope all of you are well and feeling fine and enjoying the beginning of summer, although today over here in New York City doesn't really feel like summer. It's kind of chilly. I still have the air on. And I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this video as much as I've enjoyed making this heart on behalf of the Wild Bunch for Wild Orchid Crafts, wildorchidcrafts.com. Please check the drop-down box below for all the items that were used in this video, along with the links to guide you in the direction of shopping and viewing photos on our Wild Orchid Crafts Facebook page. Stay well, and I'll see you again. Thanks for stopping.